We are live in 3, 2, 1.
And afterward it came out that she had attempted to contact the PD with her and her friends over 20 times.
University of Utah students walk out to protest the handling of the on-campus murder of Lauren McCluskey 1 year ago today.
I plead with you this evening to pray for this country.
President M. Russell Ballard, apostle of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, calls on people to pray for the country.
Are very concerned because they, as business owners, are going to be taxed double.
A controversial bond to rebuild schools in Provo is causing concern for some homeowners and renters. Welcome to Newsline. It's Tuesday, October 22nd. I'm Kim Peterson.
And I'm Chris Jacobs. Today is the year anniversary of the death of University of Utah student Lauren McCluskey. Yesterday, students walked out of class and held a protest. Newsline reporter Bella Erickson was there. Bella, what was the purpose of the protest?
Hey Chris, the students held the protest to show their dissatisfaction with their school's safety measures.
Students are walking out asking administrators to step up their safety game 1 year after the on-campus murder of Lauren McCluskey.
It came out that she had attempted to contact the PD with her and her friends over 20 times. So the mishandling of her case, and then over the course of the last year, the university just saying that there was nothing that they could have done to improve safety and that campus was safe.
We want to see those actions be taken.
Carlos Craig and the rest of the student coalition Unsafe U organized this demonstration, inviting students to leave class, grab a marker, and make their own statement. The demonstration shows that students are not impressed with the university's promise to improve safety measures following McCluskey's murder.
And then implementing this Safe U campaign that is really like a PR move to make it appear like campus is safe.
The coalition chose their name, Unsafe U, as a spin on the university's campaign name.
Change UPD and the other organizations on campus to be reliable. Like when we are doing our due diligence and reporting when we feel unsafe, we need to expect that that will be taken seriously.
He and fellow students hope that the university will listen to their voices and make changes. Students say they will continue to speak out until administration takes a more committed approach to their safety.
Lauren's mother, Jill McCluskey, spoke out yesterday disappointed in the school's lack of accountability. She and her husband are still waiting on the results of a $56 million lawsuit against the university. Reporting for Newsline, I'm Bella Erickson.
Thanks, Bella.
A bishop of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is charged with possession of child pornography. 61-year-old Timothy James Hollows of Kaysville is charged with 8 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a second-degree felony. On Monday, a judge ordered that Hollows be held without bail. The judge believes he poses a substantial danger to other people, and he may likely flee if let go. Hollows was immediately released from his position as bishop of the Wellington Ward in the Kaysville, Utah stake soon after he was arrested.
Utah health officials say the number of cases of lung damage linked to vaping is up to 98, and 15 more potential cases are being investigated. The Utah State Department of Health announced the numbers on Monday. This is an increase of 15 cases from last week. Most patients are in their 20s or 30s, and most of the people who have become sick are men. So far, 1 person has died from vaping in Utah. U.S. government health officials have identified nearly 1,500 cases and at least 33 deaths in the nationwide outbreak.
A proposed bond to rebuild schools in Provo is now up for vote. Newsline reporter Joseph Carson found out what exactly this bond is for. Joseph?
I'm here at Timpview High School, which is just one of the many schools that would be affected by the new multi-million-dollar Provo school bond. The proposed bond is asking Provo property owners for $245 million to rebuild Wasatch Elementary, Dixon Middle School, and Timpview High School, as well as update about 11 other schools in the Provo School District. Under the new bond, the owner of a $270,000 home in Provo would pay an extra $22 a month in property taxes until the project is completed in about 2024. But supporters of the bond think the extra money is worth it.
We all have a stewardship to take care of the kids around us and make sure that they're provided with safe schools and a great place to learn. And that little bit that it will cost you each month, in my opinion, is worth it.
Some of the schools are literally falling apart. At Timpview, a cinder block fell through the ceiling into the library. The high school is built on a fault line, and neither Wasatch Elementary or Dixon Middle are up to seismic code. But all that money's got to come from somewhere. If the bond passes, rent will go up for students in Provo.
I've heard from several property owners who own apartment complexes, and all of them are very concerned because they, as business owners, are going to be taxed double. They have to pass it on to their student renters.
Some of the old schools, like Dixon Middle School, are centers of their community. Dixon Middle is located in one of the lowest income areas in Provo, and aside from being a regular school, Dixon also offers English and adult education classes.
So for this school to move and to go to the edge of the city where they're proposing to have it built will have a really big impact on these low-income families, especially, that depend on this school.
You can cast your vote for the Provo School Bond on November 5th, Election Day, or early voting has already started. Just go to the Utah County Vote Service Center in downtown Provo. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Joseph Carson.
Thanks, Joe. A new analytics poll reveals Mitt Romney and Mike Lee's voter approval ratings are down. The Utah Policy Poll shows Romney at 51% disapproval rating with 11% unknown. Lee tops out with a 47% disapproval rating and 4% unknown. This is not good for either of them, as Utah political polls show general displeasure with the U.S. Congress. The big poll shot comes from Democrat Ben McAdams with the only positive approval rating.
Elder Ballard urges people in the New England area to rely on prayer during this time of turmoil. Thousands of Latter-day Saints and guests gathered at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. Elder Ballard was joined by fellow apostle Elder D. Todd Christofferson and his wife. The meeting was broadcast to all church meeting houses throughout the North America Northeast area, including Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont.
Our nation was founded on prayer. It was preserved by prayer, and we need prayer again.
Before traveling to Massachusetts, the two apostles were in Vermont on Friday night speaking at a meeting at the birthplace of Joseph Smith. On Saturday, they addressed missionaries in the North America Northeast Mission.
We are in the middle of hunting season, but the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources are saying that hunters are not following the rules. From August 1st to October 13th, Utah DWR found 1,215 violations. They also found 102 illegally killed big game animals, including deer, moose, bison, and black bear. The Utah DWR encourages people to report suspicious hunting activity.
A family in Mayfield seeks justice after two of their animals were shot and killed while they were away. Kenzie McGuire is here to tell us just how much of a loss this tragedy is. Kenzie?
Last Wednesday, the Meekum family returns to their Mayfield ranch with their newborn daughter, only to find their longhorn bull and black steer Angus calf wounded and dead from gunshot wounds. Longtime rancher Mark Meekum and his wife are looking for help. The family is heartbroken at the death of their animals. On Friday, Mark posted about his frustrations. They are offering a $2,500 reward for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of whoever did this. People all around the world are sharing this story. The longhorn bull, valued to sell for $5,000, left more than just a financial burden. Mark says his main concern is something like this happening again. Now, Mark posted about this tragic event on Friday, discussing the reward that he's offering for any help. And as you can see, people are really taking action. This post with the pictures has over 20,000 reactions, 7.3 thousand comments, and 47,000 shares. So we're hoping that people are able to understand who did this, and we can find out as much as we possibly can. And people are also leaving very supportive comments, saying that they're hoping that whoever is responsible for this gets caught as soon as possible. And we even have these stories trending on Twitter as different newscasters are interviewing Mark and his family to hear more about what's going on. So we're really hoping that the traction of all of these stories is going to help us find whoever is responsible for this tragic event. Back to you.
Giant pumpkins floating on a lake may seem odd at first glance, but the ginormous pumpkin regatta is a sight to see. On Saturday, dozens of pumpkins set sail on Daybreak's Ochre Lake. This is the 9th annual regatta, and this unique event drew nearly 4,000 people. The day was filled with petting zoos, pie-eating contests, food trucks, and a garden class. Next Saturday, the 11th annual Ginormous Pumpkin Drop will be held at Hee Haw Farms in Pleasant Grove.
Sesame Street is tackling hard topics with a new character.
I know a lot of children have a parent or a loved one who's struggling with addiction.
What the character is battling and how, coming up. Facebook is cracking down on fake news. What measures they're taking and why.
And if you have an Alexa or Google Home, beware. How these smart devices could be hacked coming up.
Plus, while wild weather continues to tear through the Midwest, the Wasatch Front is calm and clear. Coming up, I'll let you know just how long it'll be before our next storm moves in.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering them could save you from having a stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
The Chilean government is taking action to calm ongoing violent protests. The protests were sparked by a public transit fare increase, but have evolved into riots against social inequality. The protests have left 11 dead and more than 1,500 have been arrested. The violence has led the president of Chile to declare a state of emergency for the first time in the country's post-dictatorship history. Missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Santiago area are safe and accounted for. And Justin Trudeau will remain prime minister for another term.
We will govern for everyone.
Last night, Trudeau's Liberal Party won the Canadian general election despite the Prime Minister's rocky campaign. Last month, Time magazine published a photo of Trudeau wearing brownface to a faculty party in 2001. Trudeau apologized and admitted he had also worn blackface in a high school talent show. An endorsement from Barack Obama helped Trudeau secure the win, but the Liberal Party could not grip a majority vote.
Facebook and Instagram are taking steps to eliminate fake news during the 2020 election. The social media platforms will start using a third-party fact checker and will prominently label content considered to be false or misleading. Facebook says it will restrict content from accounts that repeatedly post misinformation, and Instagram will introduce a new pop-up when people try to share debunked posts. Some security experts say that your Alexa and Google Home could be hacked. A security research lab says it found that third-party app developers had access to customize user voice commands, which could allow eavesdropping. The apps could also illegally ask for users' account passwords during updates. Both Amazon and Google say this security issue has been fixed.
Sesame Street is making an effort to teach children about a serious problem, addiction. Eliza Fellow joins us now. Eliza, so Sesame Street has actually made a whole new character just to deal with addiction.
Yes, they have. And people are reacting very differently on this character's.
Have you met Sesame Street's newest character? Well, meet Carly, a bright green yellow-haired friend of Elmo's.
Hi, it's me, Carly. I'm here with my friend Celia. Both our parents have had the same problem, addiction.
You might recognize this character from earlier this year. Carly has already been introduced as a puppet in foster care, but viewers will now understand why her mother had to go away for a while.
She goes every day so that she stays healthy. You see, well, my mom needs help learning to take better care of herself, so she talks to people with the same problem.
By showcasing this little girl whose mother is really struggling with addiction, it tells the children who are watching it, hey, there are other kids like you. Here are some coping strategies that you can do to deal with your mother's addiction, and that you're going to be okay.
The show has a long history of tackling topical issues in a way that is approachable to children.
But at the same time, I don't think that it's appropriate for
certain age group that I think Sesame Street is targeted toward, which is quite young children and even infants. I don't think that they have the emotional capability to understand parents with addiction.
It's had puppets with HIV, jailed parents and autism, explored homelessness, women's rights, and even girls singing about loving their hair.
I think that the reason they're doing this is because they know a lot of children have a parent or a loved one who's struggling with addiction. And that's hard for a kid. That's really hard.
Sesame Street also introduces Carly to a 10-year-old girl named Salia, who shares what it has been like for her and her little sisters as their parents dealt with their own addictions.
And I felt like my family was the only one going through it. But now I've met so many other kids like us, Salia. Makes me feel like we're not alone.
Carly's story is a part of the Sesame Street and Communities Initiative, which is a program that provides videos and storybooks available in both English and Spanish that target the most current and pressing needs of children.
Yeah, I think it's really remarkable that it's kind of showing kids these issues at such a young age.
Right. You just have to put the kids first with something like this.
Thanks, Eliza.
People say that patience is a virtue, but how long are BYU students actually willing to wait? NewsLine reporter Juliet Favero has the answer. Juliet?
How much time do BYU students spend standing in line? I asked several students what they're willing to wait in line for and exactly how long they're willing to stand in that queue.
Yeah, I might not even wait in line at all, actually.
Lines at Disneyland, the DMV, being stopped at a traffic light, waiting in line is just a fact of life. A Timex study claims that Americans spend about 37 billion hours each year waiting in line, and a new BIC survey says that the technological generation is more impatient than ever. College students wait in line to get their food for lunch, heat up their food in the microwave, take tests at the testing center, use the bathroom, and to get into different entertainment events.
I would wait longer for entertainment. Like, I've waited hours in line to get a good seat at a show or for a movie. Like here at the testing center, I probably don't think longer than 30 minutes. I'm usually pretty good at watching where the line's at.
According to the Daily Universe, lines at the BYU testing center have been up to 1/3 of a mile long with 2-hour wait times. But some students won't step out of line because, like waiting all day to see your favorite artist at a concert, they know they'll cherish the reward, finishing their finals. But while some lines are inevitable or yield high rewards, others are simply not worth it.
I've actually timed myself a few times, and I've been in line for up to a half hour. I guess beyond a half hour, I'd probably not. I'd go find something else.
As much as BYU students say they love Chick-fil-A, most of them just don't have time for lunch hour long lines. It all depends on what each individual thinks is worth their time.
What they are waiting for determines how long they'll wait. And when it comes to taking tests at the testing center, most students just have to wait. Reporting live from Provo, I'm Juliet Favero.
If you're a starving student or just looking to save a quick buck, a revamped app offers great deals for food to fun. As Newsline reporter Halston Brown explains, the app will have you saving money without even trying.
The Coupon Calendar app offers a list of hundreds of coupons to over 400 different Utah businesses. Some of these coupons consist of buy one, get one free, up to 50% off, and so much more. You simply type the name of where you'd like to go, scroll the offers, and show the cashier.
But there's a search, so you can search by whatever you want to. You can do company names, you can do things that are in the coupon. So if you wanted to see all of the places that have a 50% off coupon, you can say, I would search for 50%, and it'll pull up all of the businesses with a coupon that have 50% off.
The old Coupon Calendar app faced several issues such as bugs and glitches, but the new app has received a complete makeover.
So with this redesign, we built it again from the ground up, so it works a lot better. We actually have been beta testing it with Android users, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive compared to the old app.
It's different than Groupon though, because you don't have to pay any money towards the app. It's basically, here's coupons, we're giving it to you.
The app is currently available on Android and could be released on Apple as early as next month.
Who doesn't like to save money? Make sure to download the Coupon Calendar app and get those deals.
Are starting to look at the damage to their homes after tornadoes and severe storms swept through the area. Now you're looking at video from Springfield, Missouri, which was just one of many cities that was hit by these light storms the last few days. And the strong system that caused all of these high winds is now moving out of the upper Midwest right now. But all of the same kind of conditions, rains, thunderstorms, winds, could be hitting the Northeast later this afternoon. Today, though, here in Provo, it is a gorgeous fall day. I've got this beautiful fall foliage behind me, my own personal pile of leaves to jump around in. Right now it's about 53 degrees outside. It's going to continue to get warmer today, so let's look at those temperatures across the Wasatch Front. Both are highs and lows. In Logan, it's going to be a little bit cooler, 56 degrees. Salt Lake City, though, 60. Vernal, 56. Provo, 62. And St. George, 77 degrees. Now, the lows for today are a little bit chilly, so if you're outside tonight, you will want to coat with you because we are close to freezing in some places like Logan, 35 degrees. Salt Lake City, though, a little warmer at 42. Provo at 37. Richfield, 34. And Blanding, 35 degrees. So a little chilly there. Now, for our southern Utah 5-day forecast, guess what? It's going to be an amazing week. You've got clear skies. Today and tomorrow are going to be in those upper 70s. Thursday, though, you'll cool down to 71. Friday, 76. Those lows are in those mid 40s. And then for the weekend, really, really beautiful down there. Up here, though, north for our 5-day forecast up in northern Utah along the Wasatch Front, we're going to have a crystal clear week as well. Not many clouds in the sky, great temperatures. Thursday, 56 degrees. Friday, 64. Saturday and Sunday will get a little bit cooler. See, Sunday's 50 degrees and then 28 degrees for our low because our next storm system could move in by Monday and Tuesday into next week. So get out, enjoy those fall colors we had from such a rainy season. It's going to be a beautiful week across the Wasatch Front. We'll be right back after just a few short minutes.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, do you know I got it too? All I'm asking you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to have my seat?
R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Brett Asmussen and Peter Quest of BYU Golf both finished in the top 15 yesterday of the first round of the Pacific Invitational. These finishes put BYU tied for 7th as a team in the Stockton, California tournament. Rasmussen carded a team-high 4 birdies, ending the day tied for 9th. Quest is tied for 14th and had 3 birdies and an eagle. The tournament continues today and ends tomorrow for the Cougars. The NBA regular season begins tonight with notable games like the Pelicans and Raptors and the Lakers and Clippers, but the Jazz have some good news headed into their season opener tomorrow night. Jazz man Joe Ingles signed a contract extension with the team. ESPN reported that the 1-year extension is a $14 million deal. Ingles, who is 32, is entering his 6th NBA season. This extension for Ingles comes days after his coach Quinn Snyder agreed to a long-term contract extension with the team. The Jazz open their season tomorrow night at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not only is the NBA back tonight, but the World Series also begins. The Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros will go head-to-head tonight in Houston. Max Scherzer will be the starting pitcher for the Nats, while Garrett Cole will take the mound for the Astros. This is the first trip to the World Series for the Nationals, while the Astros won the pennant 2 years ago. The Astros have been the favorite all year long with their all-star pitching rotation of Cole, Justin Verlander, and Zach Greinke, but we will see if the Nats can continue their playoff magic to win their first ever World Series. The Patriots beat the Jets 33-0 last night in Monday Night Football.
2nd and 8. Brady's going to take a shot. and Philip Dorsett with the touchdown catch.
The reigning Super Bowl champs were overwhelming on defense, forcing the Jets quarterback Sam Darnold into 5 turnovers. Meanwhile, Tom Brady threw for 249 yards compared to Darnold's 86. The Patriots now move to 7-0, while the Jets fall to 1-5. We'll be right back.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Masses of magical musical memorabilia are up for sale on an online auction taking place later this week. The upcoming auction will include the olive green sweater Cobain wore during Nirvana's Unplugged performance. It's expected to go for around $300,000. Julien's Auctions will also be putting Elvis Presley's iconic gold Mercedes up for bid, as well as Michael Jackson's glove he wore during the Jackson's Triumph Tour, and an original self-portrait drawn by David Bowie. The 2-day online auction will be held October 25th and 26th. For more information or to bid on these amazing items, head to juliansauctions.com.
That's crazy.
I want Michael Jackson's glove.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
that would
the
be
one
kind
I
of
want.
fun to have.
Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today for Newsline.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at universe.byu.edu/newsline.
Have a great day.